After enjoying the sunrise at Cape Spear, the most easterly point in North America, we decided to explore the historic city of St. John's. As the capital of Newfoundland and Labrador, St. John's has the unique distinction of being one of Canada's newest cities, while also being its oldest. You see, though Newfoundland was the last province to join Canadian Confederation in 1949, historical records indicate that St. John's was already a bustling city as early as 1583, and possibly much earlier. This makes it the oldest city in Canada, and according to some historians, maybe even the oldest city in North America. Our first stop was at the Atlantic endpoint of the Trans-Canada Trail. When fully complete in 2017, the TCT will consist of a network of trails 23,000 kilometers long. Last year, we stopped at the Pacific marker in Victoria, BC, and the Arctic marker in Tuktoyaktuk, Northwest Territories. Unfortunately, we only thought to take a photo of one of them. Next, we drove through Jellybean Row, a section of downtown St. John's which is famous for its brightly colored houses. With our ferry launch scheduled for later that afternoon, we only had a few more hours to take in all of the history that this incredible city had to offer. Somehow, we had to compress a half millennium into one brief morning. Luckily, just on the edge of the St. John's Harbour is a place that has quite literally had a bird's eye view of every moment in this proud city's evolution. That place is Signal Hill. In its early years, St. John's had been the source of much conflict between the British and the French, and being the highest elevation on the narrows which lead into the harbour, Signal Hill was an obvious choice for a lookout and fortification. In the mid-1700s, the British established a citadel on the hill, and by the 1900s, modern artillery and anti-aircraft guns were installed to protect convoy routes during both world wars. Its name may have originated due to flag and cannon-based military warnings, but coincidentally, Signal Hill has also played an important role in civilian communications as well. In 1905, Guglielmo Marconi received the first ever transatlantic wireless transmission on this location, a necessary milestone to our current information age. Eventually, with our appetites barely whetted, the time came for us to head to Argentia, where we would board a 16-hour ferry to Nova Scotia.
Here we are. Here's home for the next 16 or 17 hours. It turns out that we're not allowed back at our vehicle after the ship starts moving, which makes complete sense, but we weren't expecting it because we've done this type of ferry before in BC on the west coast, and every few hours we were allowed to go back down, so we weren't really prepared to bring everything that we needed for the night. We hadn't really thought too much about it, so we ended up bringing all kinds of stuff because we wanted to make sure we had enough clothes, all of our toiletries to have a shower, and a bunch of snacks and stuff. We probably have 10 times too much because we had no time to really think. We just had to grab and run, basically. So that's where we are. See, as you can see, we've got what they call a 4-berth cabin, which basically just means that there's 4 bunks. They were out of 2-bunk cabins, so we had to go for the 4. The only difference between the 2 and the 4 is that the 4 has 4, obviously, and it also has no TV. So that's not a big deal. We just brought our laptop up, and we've got stuff we can watch on there if we even do. We're both pretty tired, so chances are we're going to be doing a lot of sleeping. But the other thing that we have here, which is fantastic, is our own private washroom with a shower. Let's see if I can turn on some lights. That sort of did it. Yeah, there we go. We've even got our own shower, which is amazing because we generally don't have that kind of thing. And a pretty typical toilet with a little sink, bunch of plastic cups, and a whole bunch of towels. It's kind of like a hotel room, just very, very small, and on the water. So you can see out here.
Sorry, Emma.
No problem. You can see out here that there's the deck of the ship. There's the water down there, and this is the port that we're in. It's called Argentia, I think. So anyway, that's basically the deal. This is where we are for tonight. Oh my gosh, we have a ladder. This is going to be so much fun with our bunk beds. Wicked. All right. Yeah, this is going to be great.
Not that one.
I'm now suddenly very glad that we have the 4 bunk instead of the 2.
Nope, not that one. I don't know where it goes.
Probably right there on the side of the bed.
Ah,
There you go.
I just feel like a kid.
Yeah, you look like one too. Want to get cleaned up and relax for a bit?
Without a doubt.
All right. Time to let somebody else drive for a change. Oh, hey, Paula, we're totally moving.
What? Really?
Yeah, we are. Look. Very slowly, but we're moving now.
Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go!
All right.
As much as we knew we were going to miss Newfoundland and Labrador, we were equally excited about the adventures ahead on the Cabot Trail in Nova Scotia. We waited on the deck until the last bit of land disappeared into the distance. For the next 16 hours, there would be nothing in front of us but open ocean.
There's supposed to be movies down here.
Yeah, movies, apparently. Hey.
Hey, oh, don't look.
We'll look better soon. Movie showing. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. That was a good movie.
We'll be asleep by then.
Yeah, most likely. That's cool, though. Does this open? Oh, there you go. So it's literally just a bunch of theater seats with a couple of really big TVs.
And the recliners.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
After a long, relaxing shower, we enjoyed a long, relaxing nap. What we intended to only be about 20 minutes or so ended up being several hours. By the time we returned to our exploration of the ferry, the sun had long since set and most of our fellow passengers had turned in for the night. Despite numerous signs indicating that sleeping outside the cabin area was strictly prohibited, we encountered many people curled up wherever they could find a comfortable spot. With cabins adding an extra couple $100 to the ticket price, I can't say that I blamed them. If we hadn't been on the road for so long, we might have done the same. As we made our way back to our berths, the ferry began rocking dramatically from side to side. It made walking a little awkward, but my goodness, did it ever make for a relaxing sleep.